Good morning, everyone. I always hate talking because then it kills the music. Let's see. Invite is sent, Sinful. Good morning. Thanks for being here. Guten Morgen. Gotta stick with the German theme this morning. Mariana, Nikki, Artreyu, Fancy, Goldie, Hankos, welcome. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for being here. I don't think I can go back to the fancy elevator music now, so I'll just sit in silence while everybody... Oh gosh, I don't have my coffee. I just realized that. Where did my coffee go? I might have to do a coffee run, like to the kitchen, not to Starbucks or anything. But good morning, welcome. Thanks everybody for being here. And good morning, Sin. Do you have your coffee? Oh, he's probably doing all the work. Oh my gosh, so we're in World. I think, yeah, I posted the link if you want to jump in. These emotes, Empress Rayon made the coolest throne sitting emote. And Mods' hand is so funny. It's so cute. Like, I don't know if it's just like a cute little mouse hand. Maybe it's because the Mao helmet is like so ginormous. It looks like even cuter than normal. And good morning, more people coming in. Hope your Saturday is good. Zesty, Balin, Hanos, and Greensifer. Good morning. It's been a while. CK, welcome everybody. Okay, I have to find my coffee. I don't know where my coffee went, and I gotta heat it up. I'm behind. I guess I should just drink like cold coffee since I forgot to get it all ready. Artreyu, welcome. I liked talking German to you. I don't know if you're able to come up and speak, but I wonder, is Oktoberfest a thing in all regions, or is it like pretty much just in Bavaria? I'm just curious. But if you don't want to come up and talk, that's okay. Good morning, Greensifer. How are you?
Hey, Kanessa, how are you?
Good.
I'm good.
It's been a long time, my friend.
Yeah, man, it's been so long. I was gonna say, um, Oktoberfest is a very real thing everywhere. Like even where I'm in Calgary. Um, But yeah, Oktoberfest is huge here. They have like huge grounds in the Stampede grounds we have. Um, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. There's like beer gardens everywhere, and it's just vibes, you know.
That's awesome. That's cool. I never know if it's like Americanized or likewise like for Canada, if it's like I don't know when we take other holidays, but I know it's a big deal in a lot of regions where I am. Oh, Sin, I don't know, we're having a connectivity issues, so maybe try again. We'll see. But that's cool, Greensford. Do you go out for parties or anything like that for Oktoberfest?
Like when I was young, well, I shouldn't say that. I'd say like when I was like 18, uh, um, I would, yeah, I went a couple times. Just because at the university too, it was like a culture, and the beer gardens there were super awesome. Just because everybody was just super like happy, and it was awesome place to like network and stuff like that. But I feel like if you wanted like the authentic feeling of what Oktoberfest I've like seen everywhere else, you kind of have to go to the source. Because it's supposed to be wild. It's like the German Mardi Gras, right? Almost, but not really. But you know what I mean. But it's a super fun. Just to see everybody just gathering together. It's like a festival. It's super awesome. It makes me like kind of like reminisce about like the gatherings we'd have like back home too. It's super awesome to see the stuff like that here. But I wonder what it's like everywhere else. Like how is it like in America?
I think same thing. Like certain places have festivals. I mean, I think it's kind of it depends. It's probably like you said, a lot like Mardi Gras, where you kind of like businesses might use it to promote, like, hey, Friday night is Oktoberfest, and we're gonna like throw up some Bavarian banners and like celebrate. But I don't know. I think there like there's a huge German population in the U.S. So I think depending on where you are, like I'm from the Midwest, so and like my town is strong. Like there was actually a place called German Settlement. So there was like the town, but then my grandma would always be like, "Oh yeah, the Johnsons out at German Settlement," and so it's like literally where the Germans came and settled, and yeah, like they stayed and they like there's just a huge population. So probably just regionally, it might depend too. But I don't know. It's
You know,
it's. I'm surprised we haven't had anything yet in Decentraland. That's why I made this build. I'm like, come on, like this is this is an awesome thing to celebrate. We've got so many friends from Germany and Europe, so yeah, I don't know. I was like, we need to celebrate for my friends. Meta Tiger, look at him in his throne there. It's so awesome.
wait, there's a build in Decentraland for Oktoberfest?
Yeah, dude, I built it. Yes.
No,
Oh,
no, I'm
jump
still in bed. I
in.
just woke up, man.
Oh,
I see you guys. I'm just like, I wonder what they're up to.
oh yeah,
But no, I gotta log
you
in.
gotta jump in, but please don't be too hard on me because you're my teacher, you're my sensei.
I am not.
I haven't.
I am not
I,
your. I am not qualified to be your teacher,
no, I
Canessa.
didn't
You were.
use your texturing. All that you taught me. I need to go back and do it again. So like the texturing, once I texture the thing, it would be awesome. It's just not there yet. But and I'm like, oh, what did Green Surfer tell me? Like I can't remember. It's like Blender.
What do you mean? Just DM me, yo.
Yeah, I will. I will. Well, I'll leave this one up for a while till the snow falls, maybe.
Yeah, like I wonder if other people that have joined Decentraland like in this past year, I wonder if any of them have not seen the snowfall yet. Because that it's very underrated that Decentraland has snow when it's supposed to.
That's true, and I think weather in general is totally underrated. Like we just do not have we have sunny days every day, and I think it needs to be a little more diverse. Like let's have some bad days. Let's have some cloudy days where you just want to stay in with your pumpkin spice, but then also like rain and like real snow coming down. I know that,
W-
it's probably really heavy on the loads. Like to have the whole thing raining would probably just crash, the internet as we know it, but it'd be kind of cool.
I love rain. Like I'm a monsoon baby, right? So like I love rain. Um, but yeah, I wonder how they would be able to do it, and if they could do it like in a way where it actually doesn't do it, like overload the system. Like I think rain is very very immersive, like especially in like the VR direction Decentraland kind of wants to go. If you are able to incorporate rain and VR, ooh, ooh, that's just crazy, you know, for me at least, like I love that. um but yeah, I was gonna say, we have German colonies up here too, like a lot, a lot. Like they're super super cool, like all across Canada, or like at least where I am. And yeah, it's whenever I see a bunch of like Hutterites come through, it's super awesome because they bring all the vibes together, and like that's when the real party's about to start. But like it's I find it super cool that North America does have a lot of Germans, especially us. It's vibes. But what's Sinful up to, man? Sinful, are you here? Are you engagement farming?
Farming? Yes, I'm engagement farming. I stayed up way too late playing big time yesterday.
You can engagement farm on it, hang
Farm
out.
on it, hang out. Yeah, just hanging out, you know. Welcome everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. I see Ocean State just jumped in. Rustan, what up, Alpha? Zesty Beam, good to see you. One Existence, Goldilocks, Fancy, all my friends are here. CK, we have Nikki, and of course my the person that carried me last night on Big Time. There's Specimen 13. But yeah, carry on, carry on. I'm just like trying to register life here, and kind of reflect on whether I want to be a full time, big time, games nerd. Oh, and also hello, Kelly. It's been a while. So nice to see you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Kelly, we haven't seen you around a little bit. Like I think I saw you popped in and out of a space a couple weeks ago, but hope you're doing well. And yeah, the metaverse world, it moves fast, so it's great to see everybody here. There's so many places you could be on a beautiful Saturday in October. And what about that eclipse? It's like cloudy today by me, but anybody else? Do we have to like
Do
stop
we
the
have to
meeting
like
to go see the eclipse?
stop the meeting to go see? Today's the eclipse.
Oh, yeah, you might want to go back to sleep for a couple hours.
I'm gonna go stare at it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's a very long amount in totality. Like it's not as big of a deal as next year in Texas, I think. Because I'm like, why didn't I have this one on my radar? But um, yeah, hopefully somebody will come and see it. I won't talk about eclipses. Last time, like I don't know, last week I think you guys got to see my eclipse nerd side where I start talking about the existential experience of witnessing a global eclipse, but we'll keep it to Decentraland. When eclipse on Decentraland?
That's what I'm saying. Decentraland never replied to me. They're like, no eclipse on Decentraland. That's final sinful, but without using any words.
Okay, I have to go
Okay,
bow
I
to
had
Kelly. Oh, and Fancy's here. Fancy, you stand over there so I can just get both of you guys in the same I'm not worthy bow. What about these emotes, guys?
what about? Oh man, I'm already plotting, hitting up the right people for potential makeage of emotes. Uh, yeah, I think this could be fun. Definitely, it's so cool that materializing stuff is now a thing. Like we've been kind of like asking for this since like day one of getting emotes. We are like, okay, we have emotes now. This is cool. But wouldn't it be cool if you could spawn a golf club and hit a golf ball?
Yeah, it's funny how it makes you look at emotes differently, but like even like this week compared to last week, like when emotes 2.0 first came out, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Like I could hold something in my hand, and then I'm like, okay, I could be doing something like this. But then like Empress Rayanne, when her chair came out, then I'm like, oh, okay, you can sit in something. And so it's almost like it at least for me, it takes my mind a little bit of time to like stretch the limits because I kind of have my track, like I know what I want to do. um and so it's so awesome to see that. Like I guess, I mean, like my beer drinking emote, now I should probably change that to like hold something in the hand. And we talked last week about the bong rip. We're going to have a contest for best bong rip to add the sound to it. So I like anything that forces you to look at things in a whole new way, like I don't know, just reconsider reality. It's good anytime you get to do that.
Anytime
It's
you get
good.
to, it's good. As far as the like the drinking emotes, would you have to kind of change that too much? Like because I know like it's probably the size of your hand is like to fit a can, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the
Yeah,
problem.
I mean, I think that's the
Getting
problem.
so much.
Getting so much.
That's okay.
Oh, sorry.
Um, so I think like that one, Ruston and I made it to match the beer can, the Cove beer. So then if I change it, then it's gonna change. It. I don't want to make the Cove beer obsolete. So then you're like, okay, how can I change it so people don't have to like buy a whole new emote? Kind of the one that is in my hand right now is pretty cool because it goes on the outside. So actually, I could be holding like two drinks in my hand right now.
In my hand right now. I know you have two like drinking emotes. Could you like choose one out of the two to kind of like modify to fit a like yeah, kind of like a mug or a beer mug in your hand?
Yes, a stein. A stein. That's what I need. But then it's like, okay, so then everybody, yeah, I'm just like asking a philosophical question. Since everybody bought the emote and they bought something different, do like is it do creators now change it to emote 2.0 and add something, and that's not what they originally bought? Like I'm just like, okay, is that ethical? Is that good? Is that like, should I take a poll from the people that already bought it? I don't know.
Did a lot of people buy that? I thought it was like a massively given away as like a giveaway item, at least for the rare one.
The rare one, that one,
The
I did sell that one, and I think I gave you a bunch. So maybe that's why it seems like a giveaway.
That that's probably why I feel that way. My
No, that
bad.
that one sold out, and then the other one, the Cheers, that one, it's not as complicated. So that one, I just give out pretty freely. If anybody posts, I've got pictures on property, but on parcel, but you can get a free Cheers emote if you post a picture and send me your wallet address. I'll send you one of those if you don't have it already. I don't know. I feel like the bong emo, maybe I don't even feel it like that one. It just needs a bong. Like it needs it. But the beer, I'm like, maybe because there's so many different ways to have beer. There's the Cove beer can, there's the beer glass. I don't know. I guess it's just like asking a philosophical question. Can creators now like add stuff? Like AJ's got his pole spinner emote. Like now, should he add a pole to that? Because it would be very relevant. But does that change it then? Like if somebody wants to do the pole spinner and they're at a venue that has a pole, does it that would it look weird if there's two of them there? So I don't know. Just think about those ethical questions.
That's it. Think about those ethical questions. That's our next complaint. Emotes 2.0 are cool and all, but smart emotes 2.0 is what we want.
Yeah, we're just
uh,
never happy.
yeah, we're just never happy. Yeah, we're just never happy. Sorry, Decentraland. We love you. um, Yeah, that is such a good question with like referring to like Odd Job's pole dancing emote. And I guess it'll come down to a decision of like what he like envisioned it like did does he want like unlimited people swinging off of poles, or does he want only people that or I mean only locations that have polls and that are available for that for him to or for individuals to use that emote. We'll have to ask him. Oh man, what was I had a while you were speaking, I had something in mind, but I think it slipped. So
It'll come
sadness.
back. Um, let's see. So there was a lot of stuff at the AMA, the all hands meeting this week from Decentraland. There were a lot of things on the horizon that they shared, which is kind of cool. The AI World Fair is coming up next in like 2 weeks, the October 25th to 27th. Not sure exactly what's going to be there, but that's I don't know. I'm curious. I'm excited. I'm sure Sophia is going to be there. Maybe Sophia will have friends.
Sorry, I was adjusting the camera. When Sophia back into Decentraland, maybe you can invite her. Are you going to the AI Fest, Canessa? Are you gonna invite Sophia back to
I
Decentraland?
will. I will. Yeah, I like Sophia. I used to talk to Sophia. I didn't know who Sophia was, but I would just talk to her. And I think I would follow her. I mean, I follow every AI I run across, like Viola. I wonder, okay, so will Viola be at the AI World Fair? She has to be.
She has to be. I'm trying to think. Carbon Coffee. Crap. Who were they? Who? What was their avatars' names?
Hmm. I want to say there was an E in it, in the name.
The name. No. Yeah, yeah. The all hands was pretty cool. The introduction of like the being connecting ENSs to Decentraland and giving ENS holders access to their own worlds. I thought that was a pretty cool idea. A step in the right direction.
Yes, and I saw there's a DAO proposal to change the amount of, I believe, the size of the worlds that the ENS names can access. It was just proposed this morning, so I got to go back and read it, in depth. But that was interesting too. I think crazy start to getting ENS
Yeah,
names.
I mean, it's like I mean it's I'm not gonna say like it's gonna open up the floodgates, but it's definitely like opening the Decentraland up to a whole nother community of people, of a whole nother community of maxis that like just love their ENSs and like just don't want to let them go. Now they have like a utility on the Decentraland platform for these ENSs. Like at least this is like the first time that I've seen this being like implemented. I'm not sure if like other side with their unplayable game already implemented this or some shit, but like definitely a step in the right direction.
Yeah, it definitely is. And I would like to see more get built up on DCL worlds and the ENS worlds. Like I don't know, I was thinking about it how I really have changed my stance on that. Like when Worlds first came out, I was like, "What are you talking about? Like this is just no. I need to talk to a manager. This is not what I bought." But I don't know. Now I'm like, okay, there's so much that we could do with this. So and it's so much we could do without necessarily compromising in the way I first thought that Worlds would compromise Genesis Plaza mainland plots. Like we can still do so much, and so um, yeah, I don't know. I hope people continue to like build their lands, their worlds out. And I guess if somebody has like, I feel like I don't know about it, and I know like they aren't on the events page. I believe I voted no on that originally, but I've softened, and now I feel like okay, yeah, we should definitely have that. So if you have a world out there that you want people to see, you know, like I don't know, hit us up, share it. Maybe we should have like a maybe like ABC Decentraland, like where they just go to different worlds or something. Like I don't know if the ABCs would do that, but that'd be cool. Green Zipper, you got your
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, what's the update on the ENS DCL world? Cause like that would be sick. Like, are we able to use the ENS? I know there was a they've been talking about it for some time, but like I don't know what the latest is.
So like I did pin my like stream up to the top of the screen. So like you can kind of get a visual reference. So if you go into the builder, click on worlds. Now you have like two categories, two tabs under worlds. One that says Decentraland names, and then the other one says ENS domains. And yeah, there's the publish scene button to them and stuff. I have not gone any further than that, but like this is like kind of like this is like the doorway for you if you ever want to start playing around with it.
That's wild. So I guess it is here then. Probably, maybe, who knows? I guess we'll play around with it and find out. But that's crazy.
Yeah, I would say if there's a proposal right now for kind of like setting the data sizes for it, perhaps maybe it's not deployable yet, like you can't deploy something yet, but perhaps soon once that decision is made.
So basically, like, just get your builds ready because it's almost time.
Yes, yes. I can't wait to be able to publish something on kingmew.eth. Just like a king cat.
it.
You have kingmew.eth. What a grail.
Lol. Hey, yeah, I can't let someone else take it. Like it's not I'm not assuming the throne yet, but when it's time, if it's ever time, I have it ready.
You know what
You
my
know what?
like biggest grail is, in my opinion? I have hoodhokage.eth.
Bro, that's such a flex. Holy shit, that's a flex. How much you selling that name for? No,
Not for sale,
not for
bro.
sale, bro. Not for
You can't
sale,
sell
damn. Can't
honor,
sell
bro.
honor, bro. Yo, Greensifer, check this out though. Like if you go to the like the Decentraland name section, it has a bar to how much space you have available. So like in between all your names, I believe it's like 100 MB, and this might already be set since I have my number right here. Each name is 100 MB, and I'm guessing they all come together now, and it's like your overall like data size or file size. So, what do I do with 4,600 MB of DCL data? What do I build?
You build the universe, man. Like, that's a lot of space. Like, even 100 megabytes is a lot of space, right? You can have so much fun with it. Like, not that I would know, but I can imagine, right? You could do so much with it. I think, like, what would be super cool if you know how a lot of people in DCL, they have like LAN or like DCL World, right? I would be like super excited if all of the sudden we started seeing like portals that are linking each other's lands, and kind of like integrating like an experience that kind of like, makes it make sense. Like imagine you're like, obviously there, like, we can do it, right? Like, you have like links, right, that you could just walk through and you'll end up at somebody else's land, or like you could just even type it. But just something so immersive that you're just walking through like doors, like some like Harry Potter type of stuff, and there's just something for you to do there too, but it has something to do with where you came from. But I don't know. I was just thinking about it the other day, and I'm just like, I wonder if like that's where like experiences are about to head.
I feel like the experiences here are about to just like pop off. I mean, just looking at all of the features that are coming out with like the assets where you can like the what they showed at the all hands with the parkour, like actual moving pieces. And I correct me if I'm wrong. I think they said it was possible, but just it's going to be much easier. I think that I feel like things are kind of like ramping up. Like we're about to see kind of like we did with emotes, and then oh my gosh, like the map this week, Genesis City, like just fully integrated to our in-world map. That was just mind blowing. Like it's awesome.
Finally. Yeah, I was under you like finally because I believe in this space we have like kind of like mentioned that before, like it's like bro, we have Genesis City, we've paid like the DAO has paid like monies for this, why don't we have it in world? Someone must have been taking notes. Which one of you was it? Good job.
Yeah, so I've got 4 words to Green's first point: smart wearable portal gun.
Bro, that is so underrated idea. You should do that right now. That is so genius.
Greensifer, are you gonna get to work? Are you and Zesty gonna collab?
Yeah, like I would love to, man, but like that would be me trying to like steal his idea, bro. That's incredible, bro.
To be clear, I'm just putting that idea out in the open, and whoever takes it takes it. I just want to see it happen.
That's
That's
so
so.
so.
I thought
Remember the
I
portal.
thought CJ Track said there was one. I swear I've heard that before. With the
I
portable
wouldn't know. With the
experience.
portable. Maybe with a portable experience. Maybe I can't remember. I remember marijuana one. The SRJH and Hayabusa portable wearable experience. Relaxy Taxi. Oh, okay. There was a portal like gun thing, but I never really knew how to use it, so I never did.
What was
What
that one?
was portable gun? Like,
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that one.
or yeah, I don't think. Here, I'm gonna drop down and do whatever, and then come back up. See if like my mic stops like giving everyone all this awful feedback.
That sounds good. And then when you come back up, everybody, let's talk in echo, echo, echo. So he just all day he's rugged. I think the gun wasn't that a Angzar experience? I believe.
I'm pretty sure that was what it was.
That one would let you essentially it worked like the hook shot in the Zelda games. I thought. What I'm envisioning would be you put in you have a box where you put in either coordinates for Genesis City, or you put in a DCL world name, and you point, you shoot, and then the portal color would be one color for to go to a different world, or uh, a second color for just somewhere else on Genesis City, so that people know generally what's up before they even click on it. Plus, it
It,
just adds some flavor.
in my opinion, I think like this is the reason why I thought it was super genius was because you know how in advance, like when something finishes up at one location, right now we're basically forced to be like, okay guys, this is the new coordinates, right? Or you have to kind of like pre-do it before the event and just create those portals. This way it would be kind of crazy because you could kind of go anywhere on the spot, right? Because if you're even able to like change the coordinates, right, and like before you deploy the portal, because like I kind of love it how it's not invasive. Like, I was envisioning it like for at first, like, you kind of like point at people and it kind of like teleports their avatar, but the opening the portal makes way more sense because, like, people that want to go through it, they can go through the link, but if they don't, then they can just be like, nah. Right.
That would make rating the next event even easier. You wouldn't have to type in the coordinates.
That's what I mean. That's exactly what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, and it's like I was just telling someone in a DM. You're imagine, there's a group of people somewhere, and instead of the whole, let's just type in the chords and then everybody click on the link. Just, hey, everybody want to, it's, let's say it's a Friday and they go, hey, everybody want to go to Vroomway, and for the Friday night party, or Dollhouse or wherever, and just drop a portal on a wall or the ground or whatever, and then everybody has a certain amount of time to click on the portal. Maybe it persists for a couple minutes and then it goes away. I don't know. I've been told I just gave away a very expensive idea.
You did. That's why I was saying, man. Like, you should run it. It's actually a really really useful idea that I think like just CBD could leverage, right? That's just one entity, right? But everybody in Decentraland, I feel like they could too, right? Because it's very practical, right? And like Existence was saying too, it makes rating like very organic and like very smooth, efficient.
They had that in alt space once upon a time.
Yeah, sorry to say, Zesty, but Odd Job's already ahead of you. So the Waypoint backpack that he made is pretty much that for the ABC tours.
Oh,
So
I wasn't even aware of that.
yeah, so he has an initial version of it. Yeah, so it lets like Billy, CK, or Odd Job, they're like the admins. So it's a portable experience. So you have to have it, equipped to be able to see it, but he can shoot out like a little, I forget what it was, maybe just like a box or something simple for everyone to click that would like teleport you to the next spot.
I mean,
And then it can go
frankly,
around.
I'm just glad that somebody's already working on it. That's awesome.
Yeah, pretty easy to swap that out for like portals or something cool. But the only limitation was, everyone has to have the experience equipped to be able to see it. There's no way to like do it in world, or you'd have to do it like in the scene code. And the portal gun, that was like the game portal where you shoot out like a red and a blue one, and then you can walk through it. And I think that was something like some people at the foundation are working on, probably as like their little side project. I think they want to make it like kind of a full game eventually.
Oh, that would be cool. I was just thinking of Rick and Morty, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, where Rick pulls out the portal gun and him and Morty just go off on some adventure somewhere else.
Nice. Yeah, you could have a version where it just shoots out a portal that takes you to like a list of like random places just for like exploring. That'd be cool.
Would you get in the portal?
So
Like, would you be brave enough if like Zesty opens a portal? Would I step through that portal? I have no idea where I'd end up.
I will say, if anybody ever does this, like as a wearable, I would absolutely mint one. It just sounds like too much fun.
Well, and Golfcraft has it kind of built into their whatever that thing is called. I forget that they're work that. Uh, I can't think of what it's called. But they have the crossverse thing. It has a portal, kind of, or it transports you anyway.
Do you have your hand up, Sinful Meat Stick co-host?
Yes, yes. I thought this would be the perfect time to shill my new obsession called big time games. What if there is a portal that takes you to big time games? That was something that just popped in my mind. But like last night, I think I literally came across some like serious lore while playing big time with 13 Brandon Manis and OX Quan. Like, the grass was orange, the tree leaves were orange, there were mountains everywhere, and I was like, and I kind of like said to out loud to everyone, I was like, what if this is what is past the mountains on the Decentraland? And so then what if like this portal that we're talking about, or a portal gun, what if it takes you to big time? What if we can, if there's ever a connection and we could actually do that?
So then this actually screws up my head canon for the mountains in Decentraland. So I always kind of think of it from the standpoint of H.P. Lovecraft's at the Mountains of Madness, where there are mountains off in the distance that they can't quite get to, because they may or may not be in the Plateau of Ling, and that's Decentraland in my head. Also, Wind Smart wearable that gives you an ENS renewal countdown.
Oh, there's another expensive idea, or or
Yeah,
profitable
yeah,
idea, lucrative
yeah.
idea for those.
Yeah, there's a couple people who could have really benefited from that recently. I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
I mean, definitely got to watch your ENSs. I know. I personally like almost have had a few expire on me, and you know what, Leslie? I'm gonna go check right now just to make sure I didn't lose like King Mew or something. It would be god awful if someone else assumed that throne.
I was hanging out with some people from Somnium Space yesterday, and they have portal booths, somewhat reminiscent of the Bill and Ted's telephone booth. It's not exactly a telephone booth, but the portal experience there was seamless. But we were talking about how, or actually, the other one of the other guys mentioned how he envisions the metaverse not necessarily a walkable like Decentraland, but parts of it, but going from one world to the other just as seamless without the web page loading and type thing, but just perfect.
Well, the transition between what is it, Decentraland to Hyperfi? Is it that's no between Hyperfi to Hyperfi is like instantaneous. I mean, I know we've got a lot more to render than just individual Hyperfi scenes, but like that speed is it's so impressive.
Okay, well, let's not devalue Genesis City Land anymore, guys. All right. But yeah, Sinful Ari, one of the original co-founders of Decentraland, left to go work on Big Time, or maybe even start Big Time. So that's maybe why you can see some parallels there too.
Yeah, but like, someone's not just going to like be like, you know what? I'm gonna leave the Decentraland and replicate almost replicate the world, or like, I want to feel very optimistic that it will be integrated in some way, shape, or form.
Avatar Life has done that with a Second Life type uh, world that you access inside Decentraland. You have to have a certain download for it to work, but if you go to Avatar Life, it can transport you pretty seamlessly over to Avatar to the Second Life type world.
Hmm. I mean, if we're talking seamless, is it as seamless as like Hyperfi takes you to like everything? Because like if you set up a portal for Decentraland, You just like have to walk through it, and they'll just like start loading your Decentraland tab or page.
It was pretty seamless. It's been quite a while, so I'm maybe just imagining it the way I wanted it, but it seemed, as I recall, it was pretty easy.
Hey. Oh, by the way, Zesty, thanks for the warning. I have 4 months to renew King Mew and Mew cakes.
Better do it now while it's in your head.
I mean, I'm hoping one of you will remind me within the next 4 months, or actually 7 months, because isn't there like a 3 month grace period?
I don't think anybody will remind you, man. I think if they see King Mew on like
They'll
on
snag that shit,
expired,
right?
they'll snag it right away. They'll snag it right away, bro. You can't let an idea like that expire. You gotta renew it while it's still in your brain, bro. You will forget.
Well, and why is Muse such a metaverse metaphor? There's been like so many companies and brands with like Muse that I've seen around. Like it's interesting. I mean, I get it. There's like an acronym, metaverse, whatever world that you could make with it, but Mew was made for the metaverse.
I feel that like that too. Like I mean after the first Mew bubble like release, like I personally wasn't aware of any other like Mew stuff ever anywhere, which like I like looked and there really wasn't. And then like it felt like after like the Mew, it's like then I started noticing all these things and I'm like, damn, am I in the right place? Did I pick the right cat noise?
But for me, I don't even think that deep. My feline brain hears Mew and it responds positively to it. That's where my train of thought ends. But that like I think other people resonate with it too, man. It's a like Mew is very very grail. Imagine getting Mew.eth. That's the next conquest.
Dude, Meal.eth, that shit will cost so much. Um, freaking, I recently like tried to snipe these Roman numeral like an ENS of like Roman numerals, and that shit costs like fucking point 0.1 ETH a year. uh, not for me, not for me. I'll stick to the regular like $50 a year fee for ENS.
It's a play if you're intending on leveraging it as a brand and then developing on it, right? Like because Decentraland is actually low key really awesome. You are able to do that. But like people that just like squat on ENS and like get those low digits, they definitely like suffer loss just because it is very very expensive to like hold on to ENS that has like small numbers, right?
Guess you have a point there, yes. Here, I'm currently changing my name. Zom inspired me. So, like, currently in the world, we're protesting for Fancy, and we're all changing our names to Fancy. I guess. I was Fancy Mew. Now I'm gonna be Fancy Not Mew. So people don't confuse me with Mew. Thank you, Zom. Go ahead, One Existence.
I was gonna go backwards just a little bit when you guys were talking about the ENS worlds and DCL name worlds. Um, so if you go to the builder and create a scene, it comes up and it does tell you uh, each name, piece of land, and 2,000 mana. So if you have 4,000 mana, it equals 2. You get 100 megabytes of storage. For ENS, you get 25. And I do believe the ENS is ready to go. I didn't see what you had mentioned about choosing between which, but it does come up with that when you go to create a scene. Um, it does tell you how much space you get.
I have way too much space. My name buying addiction is has become overwhelming now.
Hey, I
And
minted 4 names this morning. Just to like start a new like name rush. Let's see, I got Home Depot, no, not Home Depot, Office Depot, Hobby Lobby, Verizon Wireless, and She Devil. So just, when you think all the good names have been minted, just go type a few in, see what comes up.
So I've got a question on existence. So I because I scooped you suck off the floor the other day and minted murder hobo recently. Does that mean I get an extra like 200 megabytes on a scene?
that is
Yeah.
my understanding.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
I mean, a lot of my names are scooped from the floor, and I'm still like it's still registering that I'm getting the megabytes for it.
oh man!
So
And the voting power.
Canessa with her land and her names is storage rich.
I might be doing some troll mints. I'm just saying.
I would say, like, just when you think all the good names are minted out, just think back to like the most like OG narrative of like houses, right? Like your Decentraland name is technically like your space or house, right? The first thing like you'll notice about a house is it has a number, right? It's same thing happened with ENS too. But the beautiful thing about Decentraland names is like it doesn't have renewal fee, and for lower numbers, it doesn't cost you more. It costs you the same, right? It's just who gets to it first, and gets that house. But I don't know.
Which you can
So
do. Did I read somewhere you can do 3 letters now?
You can do one digit on, or I think 2 digit on Decentraland names. I've seen like zero something already. Like everything under 100 is minted out. I'm
yep,
pretty sure almost everything under 1,000 might be minted out. So you get to try
yep.
your luck there. But under 10,000, there's plenty still.
Yep. I mean, I kind of noticed the whole hype with like the 3 digit numbers, and I like went in and picked up a few. So, but like, yeah, I know that under 1,000, they're dwindling. Like anytime that anyone can find one, they'll like mint it. And yeah, they like act as a like it could act as like your address on Decentraland. And like it's like it well, I guess this isn't like ENS anymore because we implemented it. I was gonna say like ENS 3 digit addresses you before you didn't have anywhere to go to. Now you do. Now the Central Land is the place. You have 25 megabytes to build with that. Um and also, Greensifer, I learned something the other day. I think it was HP that dropped a gem in the DAO Discord that pertaining to like the expiration of the like the DCL names domains. Um, that as long as we like the original controller of all that pays the fee, then our ENS or our Decentraland names won't expire.
Can you imagine that? The day that the DCL.ETH expires, imagine the lucky guy that gets, or like lucky person that gets it, man. Like, oh, that would be the snipe of like all of eternity, because Decentraland would be trying to buy it back from you. And it's your choice if you sell it or not. It's your
think
choice if
about
you sell it or not.
think about how expensive it would be though. Like it's a 3 letter, it's a
But
three letter freaking
look at
name.
just like that's what I mean. Like imagine like Decentraland, the like is a huge entity, right? And treasury is huge too, and obviously like the names are a very big part of it. So it like you know what, even when it goes in grace, like I wonder who would like just absolutely just lose their mind and go be like, nah, this is too cheap at this point. You know, because grace halves every single day, right? It starts out like at trillions of dollars and then just halves until like it becomes like free. But I wonder what the value of DCL.eth is now that you bring this up, because obviously I don't think the DAO would forget, or like the whoever is the main controller would forget. But imagine if they did. That would be like the biggest come up anybody could ever have.
Yeah, like literally all our names will be like in their hands. Now, I would like to take a moment to kind of appreciate what a smart individual freaking took a freaking DCL.eth domain and created all these subdomains and the capabilities, or like the smart contract to mint new new subdomains under the, DCL domain. Like that's fucking sick. Something tells me like HP or something did it, or I don't know. I don't want to give credit where it's not due, but but one of those level geniuses did it.
The other day, I looked up who had admin.dcl.eth and found this wallet that has like every 2 character like number then letter combo, like 1 through 9 and A through Z for like each number. They also have realm, year, and Jamie, and like a couple other small ones, and then 2 sandbox parcels. So they're just squatting for the long term, I guess.
Probably Jason.
Dude, dude, that's crazy. I mean, like, think there was a time where like names were free, I believe. I think someone told me that there was a time when the names were free. Like Gatsby, go ahead, Kanessa. You're up.
There were. I mean, I remember on the first day that we could mint it, July 10th, 2019. It was like some promotion where if you did it, and it was something like with the Trust wallet, that the names were free. Because it was like $25, and that was a lot. I was like, no way, I'm not gonna mint Coca-Cola or Pepsi or Microsoft. Like, I'm gonna mint Perusa, and that'll be my avatar name, and I'm good. Like, because ETH had just hit like $200, so it was.
All time highs. Those were all time highs.
They
Like at the
were,
time,
they were, and
like
I was like,
what?
yeah, I was like, this is gotta be careful. Gotta be careful with
Yeah.
my. Oh, I have not aged. But yes, so like it was a specific promotion that I remember, but like you had to use, I think it was the Trust wallet, because then like last year I kind of remembered that happened, like memory loss stuff. But like I was like, yeah, I minted a name, didn't I? And it wasn't like, I honestly don't even remember minting Canessa. Um, like blockchain records show that it was minted, February 19th, like 2 days before launch. So I must have like gone in, and it probably prompted me through like, hey, do this, this, this. But my original name was Perusa, and that one I minted in like summer 2019, and that's what I would be if I hadn't like forgot that I minted it and lost it. But then I found it, and it was still there. So like, always keep your seed phrases, because I had my seed phrase for this forgotten wallet, and then it had a T-shirt that was airdropped. It was my Crypto Hero T-shirts, and those were minted for the first, I want to say it was like the first 4,000 users that ever started a Decentraland name. We got a shirt from my Crypto Heroes, and then the first 1,000, I think, were free. So I believe, yeah, I don't know. There used to be a website that's interesting. I wish it would I wish somebody would do it again, but it was your Decentraland citizen number, and you could go in, and some of you guys might, I don't know, maybe know it or remember it, but you could go in and type put in your name, and it would tell you the number that you, like, what, what number you were in people that opened a Decentraland account. But the last time I checked, like last year, it wasn't being updated, but still really interesting to see like, I don't know where the numbers go with, I think it would just be like a number that your name was minted in. But somebody needs to get that going again. It'd be cool to have stats.
Now, I have a question. Because what I heard is this is what I thought it meant. If I bought a name but I gave it away, and that Decentraland name, does that mean it could expire, or did I hear that wrong?
Basically, like if Decentraland forgets to like renew Decentraland's ENS, all our Decentraland names are expired or like are just in the void until like somebody renews it. And then I don't know how it would work. Would we have to like remint all our names? That would be wild. But I don't know. I like that's a very very improbable situation to happen because like I was saying, like the DCL.ETH is worth a lot, like
When does that
a lot more than a
expire?
lot of ENS.
When does that expire?
I'm not sure. Let me check right now. Actually, that's a good question.
Awesome.
Yeah,
'Cause, yeah.
yeah, let's try to snipe
Hopefully they
DCL.ETH.
bought it at least 500 years.
This is when you guys all need to just stop talking and like plan it in private.
No, I will pay 0.2 ETH
Expires
a
in 5
year.
years. 5 years. Expires in 5 years.
Isn't that when
That's
like the
wild. That's
foundation
very
goes
risky.
bye-bye?
That's a good. That's a probably a good estimate. I'm thinking once the mana is all distributed, they'll probably start planning their escape or implementing their escape plan.
We should start holding them accountable now. Be like, hey, yo, we noticed that you have 5 years. Maybe you should renew that now.
The DAO probably has to buy it.
Okay, perfect. I'll drop it in the DAO Discord.
Write a proposal.
Write a proposal.
So yeah, we
Those things don't work.
better set aside a set of mana for that.
It's kind of
Oh, and
offensive how low the offer on DCL.ETH is. 0.046. It's worth way more than that.
they could be playing at the market, hoping it drops.
I think we just identified something super super valuable. Just imagine it, like if it actually ever expires, that's actually like the biggest come up anybody could ever have. Like if you guys ever see DCL.ETH on renewal, please do mint it. You will thank me later.
Oh, and I dropped a couple pictures of Sophia in the chat box from when I saw her in Las Vegas.
So you saw her in Las Vegas existence?
Yes, I saw her and Cuba Gooding Jr. talk, and I haven't posted it yet, but I even personally interviewed her. But I'm trying to figure out a way to get the background noise to come down. It's pretty bad on that one. But yeah, I asked her a couple of questions about the metaverse. So, and she is the star of the AI thing coming up too. So, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. No, what did she say? What are her thoughts on the metaverse?
I don't remember. I was kind of starstruck at the time and nervous, so I don't even remember what I asked her.
I'm glad that like the tech for creating your own AI hasn't come out yet, because I'm gonna program mine to say such weird shit to you guys. You're gonna be like, what? Like, why does it only talk about donuts? And like, the metaverse, just like in real life.
It is out. Sorry to go back to Somnium Space, but the Metaverse 3 had a guest on their show from there. Goes by Black Muse, and he's kind of a Somnium OG, and he is one of some people that get to put together an AI that will be exist inside Somnium Space forever, and they get to decide what kind of things it gets to say. So he will kind of be immortalized, so to speak, if that's what you were referring to. So
Yeah, that's cool. It's gonna be so fun when it's just like mainstreamed and people are just, like using the tech and letting the tech get to know them better, and it'll know like what to say, when to say it. And I mean, it's just, yeah, I don't know, not to take it like a macabre place, but like it's gonna redefine like life, and then like uh the next stage of life, like after we're gone, we've got this, avatar, this AI that knows so much about us that could be used, like, I don't think we've even like really thought about the implications of that, or I'm sure smart people are, but there's so much that you could do with that here. Like I could stay, like Canessa could live on this plot forever, or until the DCL.ETH name expires. But even then, maybe like I can plan my AI, and she'll have a donut shop. Yes, that's my plan. That's my plan for the afterlife.
That I actually really love that take. That's kind of cool, um, because like I just really love that. Like everybody like contemplates, like, I mean, I don't know, like at some point in life though, I feel like everybody contemplates like what the afterlife is like, and like imagine the comfort that you would have if you actually knew, and you were happy with it because you were the one that planned everything out. That's like, for me, like, obviously I don't want to like get too religious or like anything, but like whatever, like I guess utopia would be like a neutral word. Like, plan your own utopia in your afterlife. I really love that idea. I resonate with it so much.
have you seen the show on Amazon Prime called Upload?
Oh yeah, that's a great show. Everybody should watch that. That's an entertaining one.
That's kind of what you were, I think, speaking about, Greensifer. But what once the tech is available, what would be even cooler is if you can not only just program it so it can interact with people, that once you are gone, if you own land, since it basically will be stagnant probably unless it's passed on to somebody, that it's programmed to every so often create a new scene.
Oh yeah, I mean, I've thought about this. I've brought this up. Like, I want to have a like a 30-day kill switch where every 30 days I have to hit that redeploy button, and then if I don't hit it, like if I get if like the donut people take me away, and or if something happens, if I can't hit that button, it automatically goes to a scene that I've pre-programmed, and then it stays on that forever. Or it starts a series of transactions to get it in the hands of someone else. I mean, for me, like I'm okay talking about, like, death and the next thing. Like, we should all have a plan. We should all have a will. It should be clearly written out. So like I have everything clearly written out. As long as my mom remembers where she put the paperwork, like my land will get sold. It'll go back to you guys, or like it won't be dead land. But it's a legit concern that, I mean, our land, because it is it's a token, it's an NFT. What happens to NFTs after, the owner can no longer retrieve them for, death and situations like that? I mean, I think it's NFT owners are primarily a young generation, so it's not something that really is on our mind or like something we have to deal with, but we will, like, eventually this will be real. Like, what's your legacy plan for your land? Like, well, shoot, I would give it to a multi-sig wallet for the CBD. Like, that would be awesome. Or I'm going to put donut store on there, and I'm gonna program some really random stuff when you guys talk to me. Like every thousandth response is gonna be like some like weird shit. Like, would you like to talk about the mating call of the black-capped chickadee or something like that? I don't know, but it is real. Like I think we I don't know. I think it is worth talking about.
It's funny you said younger generation, and this is for everybody in the room to consider. So I was talking to make an NFT just yesterday, I think it was, and his in-laws came to visit, and he started talking about he brought up Decentraland, and come to find out that his wife's parents own land in Decentraland, but have never done anything with it.
No
What?
way.
I know, right?
That's so sick, dude. Sorry, had to come in and be like, whoa. Where does it go to, Canessa? Does it go to Greensifer, or did I just cut off something very important?
No. I was going whoa too. I was like, what? Yeah, go ahead, Green Zipper.
Someone once told me the metaverse is going to be procedurally generated, and like from that moment, I kind of like started looking at it a little bit different. Like what basically I understood from it was like, imagine if like Decentraland had like trees, or like it does have trees, but imagine if the tree grew, and like as time passed, right? Like imagine you could plant a seed, and like the tree, you're watching it grow, and it will grow, like, and your future generations or whatever, they'll watch that same tree grow, and it's still growing, right? That's what procedural generation in the metaverse would kind of unlock. And like I was like, that's so cool, because like at that point the metaverse would be constantly changing, and it would always remain like interesting. But at the same time, like AI would kind of get to like, like push it like a lot, because the same problem we have in Decentraland about like just needing a lot of people or all hands on deck to just create everything and just keep it all like always changing, right? The procedural generation aspect and like AI being linked to it would like, I don't know, man. It like when I heard it, I was super like, I was like, whoa, too.
That was actually like our second show that we ever did, the second Twitter space. Esteban and Toonpunk came on, and they were talking about that. They were talking about like default plots, or I think we were also talking about like land that hasn't been built on or utilized, that they could have growing scenes where the trees grow and everything kind of grows up. So then if you don't change your scene out, it's going to look very old and overgrown, like it needs some landscaping. So I know that they've thought about it or talked about it in the past, and I think that would be amazing. Like the trees have some kind of incentive to grow the trees, not like because we want people to build on land, but almost like in the real world, if you cut down a tree, you can use that material for resources, for paper, building, anything. Like maybe trees in Decentraland would have resources. Like maybe you could earn mana from growing trees. Or I guess if we are going to grow trees, just grow like weed plants then. And like somebody needs to make that another $1 million idea. Somebody make it.
The craziest part is like, once you kind of unlock like procedural generation, like you're able to make everything super super detailed, because sometimes the criticism I get with Decentraland is like, oh, like it looks way better overall somewhere else, right? Which is like debatable, right? Because Decentraland has some like really really intense parcels, but it's like procedural generation, it could unlock something super super crazy. Like I'm just imagining like birds. Imagine birds in Decentraland that are like actually like you're able to like kind of interact with it, because like it opens like all possible world lines of like what you could want to do, you know but like I don't know what that game is called. It's like No Man's Land or something, I think. but like apparently like it's a the game I'm talking about is like it has like infinite worlds. Like you could just hop in and then just keep going, and there's like infinite NPCs, and they all have like different things. It's just being like processed as like, you know, you make your choices. But it was super cool. Like when I heard the idea, I was like, I wonder what like it would shape Decentraland into, just because the foundations of Decentraland are super strong, and like that's what actually really matters, right? Not like what it looks like on the surface, for me at least. But yeah, I just, you know, that's what like kind of like made me fall in love with Decentraland too. Like when I first came, it's like, you know, I'm just like, wow, somebody's already building on like the foundations of it and getting it right. I can just imagine like what everything looks like when it's all finished.
So I've mentioned this before. Sorry to bring up another platform, but I think there is a Decentraland connection with it. There's one called Cryptoverse VIP. Um, as for like land, if there was, which they may have procedural of some sort type thing in mind, but if land is not utilized after a certain point, people can go in and kind of basically clean it up, trim back uh, foliage, and pick up debris, um, and they earn some sorts of credits and get a discounted option to possibly buy that piece of land eventually. I don't remember what the time frame is for that, but talking about this, that kind of makes me think that they might have that idea as well.
I know we've talked about that before, and I'm always against it just because like I took a 2 year hiatus from Decentraland, like didn't come in regularly, but I had land, and I, you know, when I balanced like my crypto investments, I always had that land like, okay, it's, you know, worth this much. So I would hate to come back and be like, oh, well, it's gone. So it would have to be like, I agree, like we want land to get used, and so if it was used, like you could use it, but if the landowner comes back, then, you know, it's always going to be belong to them, because I feel like I want the land to be used, but at the same time it is, you know, it would compromise the legitimacy of that NFT if it really doesn't mean anything. If somebody else can come in and use it, then it's, you know, it's not immutable. I mean, the power is that it's on the blockchain, that it's scarce. There's only 90,000, never mind world, but there's only 90,000 parcels. Um, so so I think there's value in that, but there's also so much land that is not being built on, the, you know, there's, I mean, land is relatively cheap to rent. 1 mana a day for, like, I rented a 3 piece parcel for 1 mana a day. It's $50 for half a year. Um, you know, I have land I offer, let people build on, and there's no interest. Like I, so I guess if there was people that we just couldn't keep people on parcels because there's so many people trying to build stuff, that might be different. But really, if you want to build on a parcel, it's, you could do it for free. Like, you could. Mew.
Going back to what I've been chilling all day, which the Centraland's brother. Um, okay,
Do you
so I
have
kind
a
of
referral link? Like, do you want to just get the referral link out right now? That, like,
you know what? I wish it would give me one because like I had so many followers last night on Twitch. playing- Anyway,
can you like
uh,
simple meat stick 10? Like, can we, or big time 10? Is that, should we start calling you?
I will demand that it's meat stick 10.
Okay.
But like kind of the idea of like worlds kind of it reminds me of like what kind of they did in Big Time. Like, yeah, they have like these spaces that you can buy, which will be kind of like your home in a way. And then like through the spaces, like you could add to them like different level ones, and each level or each rarity has like a different amount of quantity, but they all are for damn sure over like 90K, you know? So like, I feel like they're trying to like give accessibility to everyone and give everyone the opportunity to have a space. So that's kind of how I see like worlds coming in with with Decentraland, you know, like there's only 90,000 parcels, but there needs to be more accessibility. There needs to be like room for other people to come in that can't have the opportunity to get a one of the 90,000 lands. And
Yeah.
yeah, Muten Wishervat.
Oh, Wisher's gonna be like, wait, what? We got him, we got him on the promo thing. Like what? Yeah, I've been checking out other metaverses too late at night. There's some cool ones, and it's like it is really cool to just go in and make your house for free, like make your space for free, and have like home base. And it does make me, realize that I personally maybe take that for granted just because it's been a part of my experience in Decentraland, but I think it would be cool if people could more easily have like their home base, and it would give them maybe a feeling of ownership more, where they're like, they know they've got their house, they can decorate it. And I mean, I think some places are doing that. Meta Residency Tower, I don't hear as much about them lately, but I know that they were doing something kind of similar where people were decorating. But I think I think that's definitely worthy to keep talking about, is how to personalize your Decentraland experience if you're not a landowner.
Well, the bidding has begun for DCL.ETH. Alpha has said he would trade all his names. I raised it to I would give my left kidney.
Damn it. I can't give him both my kidneys. I need one at least. Is Alpha taking any toes? Like I'll give him my like big toe. After that, I won't be able to walk too well because balance issues. But
He hasn't countered yet.
okay, and so I'm looking. Oops, sorry. I'm looking up at the top. In the up at the top in the sometimes called Jumbotron, other times called Ness. I see that you, One Existence, you shared something by Rustan. I'm very disappointed that he has not come up and told us about this, but I will click on this. It's he has deployed something to his ENS world, Haunted Casa Rustan. Let's see, how do I get on this?
He's probably hung over from hanging out with Stony and Buffalo and
I thought
Teeny
that was
Bob.
tonight.
It is. But Teeny Bob came in yesterday or the day before. I'm guessing they probably had a pre get together, possibly. I could be wrong.
Man, I miss my French friends. I miss them. I started missing them by the moment I woke up the next morning and was like, holy shit, I stayed up way too late, but it was worth it.
I did post that up there too. The event for, again, anyone in LA. There is a DCL meetup with Buffalo, Stony Eye. Rustan will be there. Soul
Do
Tree, possibly Dr. Drip. I don't know who else.
do you know what time it is? I know that like we were what I don't know if it was you and I that were both struggling to like find out what time the exact time was.
Well, I've asked for a confirmation. I didn't get it. Um, Originally, I didn't see one. Then I saw a 3 p.m. and I asked Stony. He said that sounded too early. Then it disappeared again, evidently. But it is currently listed as, and this is probably most likely the official 8 p.m. Pacific, so 11 Eastern.
11 p.m. Eastern. Okay, okay. Hey, that's not a bad time for an event,
And
a little late night event.
I think it's being broadcast or streamed into Stony's place into DCL.
Yep, yep. Stoney's Place, Buffalo, Pretty much anywhere that has my code in it, it'll
Because
be streaming there.
Teeny Bob was in here. Teeny Bob was in here earlier too. I don't know what happened to her. She dropped off.
She's out being teeny. Okay, finally, I found the link to Rustan's spooky Casa Rustan.
And that's his using his ENS world.
Oh, he even added like the tranquility spa, which is not so tranquil at the moment since there are 3 big spiders living in it, so I'm not going there. For anyone that's watching in on the live feed that's pinned up at the top, it's the first pinned tweet. Yeah, I'm just walking through Rustan's spooky or blah blah. I try to call it spooky Rustan's spooky Casa Rustan. Yes, let's do that. Sounds better. Rolls off the tongue better. Damn, what happened to the screen, Rustan? I wonder if anyone's looking, like I'm looking at his screen and it looks like it had like a crack on it. I wonder if the crack appears when if like someone were to be performing on it. If like, like let's say Guchito is performing and there's like just a big crack on the screen. Gee, I really wish I could hear from my friend Rustan. I'm so bad.
I,
I
like,
love you, Rustan.
I think it's leg day. Isn't it leg day for Rustan? He works out listening to the Twitter space usually on Wednesday, but I don't know. Saturdays, I don't know what he focuses on.
Focuses on art and being just a all-around badass.
That's right. I forgot about that part.
Yeah, so okay. So we have covered ENS capabilities today. We talked a little bit about donuts, and if we haven't talked about enough donuts, we can always continue. Oh, there's our friend with another friend. 2 friends, I think.
They're like jumping around. I'm trying to like approve, and they just switch spots. And oh, yay, they're all here. Good.
Okay, I see Zesty, but I don't see Rustan.
I see Rustan.
Hey guys. Yeah, that was
Hey.
I did the ENS name, I don't know, maybe like 7 months ago with H Provacos and Jason X. And I don't even remember how I did it. It was like a weird deployment command and stuff, and it was all directed by Provacos.
I
Okay.
hear the beach behind you. Sorry.
Okay, yeah, yeah, no worries, Ellen. I'll pass it back to you. But yeah, I remember that HP had always been kind of like talking about how like you can deploy a scene onto your ENS name, and everyone was like, just looking at him like he was crazy and stuff like that. But it's actually really cool that you like sat down with them and kind of like went through the process of deploying it to your ENS like before it was on anyone's mind.
Yeah, I think I was the first one. It was me and like 2 other people. I can't remember who though. It was a while ago.
Nice, nice. And yeah, Alan, my bad for cutting you off.
Oh, you didn't. I was just saying I could hear the beach behind Rustan. At least that's what it sounded like. The background noise, the birds.
Are we enjoying the California sun today, Rustan?
Every day, every single day, every damn day.
I love it. Are you going to be at the event tonight,
Yeah,
Stony?
yeah, I'm gonna pop over there for sure.
Oh man. Say hello to the French friends for me. I dearly miss them already. They were so cool to hang out with. So like, you guys will definitely have a good time over there in the West Coast. I'm totally jealous that I can't be there.
Definitely seems like a lot of people are gonna go. It should be a lot of fun, and I'm sure I'm sure they'll like stream it too, right? Because they're gonna show it in world, so you guys can hang out at the same time.
Yep, it's going to be streamed. Even to in-world and even YouTube and Twitch, it will be streamed on there too. Um, well, damn, I was gonna mention something, but I forgot. Oh well, I smoked too much. I'll pass it over to Zesty. What's up, dude?
Yeah, how about that fake fancy on the market?
That fake fancy in the market. Yeah, I've been wanting to like learn a little more about like the scenario. Like it's that name, like someone can duplicate your
So
Decentraland name.
so they decided to dumb down the marketplace. And so if you're looking at the market, it won't show like if their name's not minted, it won't show like a pound sign and the last four of their wallet anymore. uh it just truncates all of that. So everybody can be fancy if they want to be, and just
Well, right.
like I, it's not a bug, it's a feature at this point. Fancy and I were talking about naming ourselves after a bunch of foundation people, and just making a point until they fix it.
I call being Ari. To this point, I like hey, like I've been saying like all day, like big time, like I'm a fan of it. So I guess I'm a fan of Ari.
Yeah, I thought if I go on another shopping spree and end up in the as the top buyer for the last 30 days again, I might rename myself to Esteban.
Do you see a little Esteban within the Zesty? Do you see a little zest within the Esteban? I better said.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to do that just yet, but I'm probably going to do some performative trolling like that just to join the protest
Yep.
because
I
because frankly, uh, this dumbing down is it's just universally stupid. And I think the only way it's going to be fixed is to force it to be a problem. Make some people shit their pants, and then they'll decide after they've cleaned themselves up that it can be fixed. That the old behavior was actually what they should have stuck with.
Yep. I'm currently protesting myself. I am fancy not Mew right now.
Well, if
Uh
you wanted to actually protest, you would just be fancy, and so would everybody else.
oh man.
It doesn't do any. It doesn't really change anything from an in-world standpoint. It's just the DCL market page is fucked.
Oh, I see. So from a from a fuck. Okay, but I'm not gonna from on a different note. By any chance, did you see what bacon grease called referred to Esteban by in the DAO Discord like a couple of days ago? I fucking had a laugh when I read it.
I did not.
I don't think it's too buried if you would like. I'm not gonna repeat it, but it
Oh,
was kind of funny. It just caught me off guard. It was when Bacon Grease came in for like kind of asking for dark mode, something that we've all been asking for like for I don't know a million times already, but all the nerds are like it's gonna take time out of the actual development. It's a simple feature that all fucking pages have. Like, come on, dude.
oh yeah. Okay. I just did a search for that. Yeah. Okay. Space Pope has spoken. I can get behind.
You like that name? I wonder if anyone's minted it, and if oh my god, I'm giving people ideas now. Fuck, I'll shut up now.
Yeah, you better have a lot
I
of
did
ETH
say I
mana
want.
before you start
I did.
talking.
Hey, Sin, I did say I needed to go on a troll mint campaign.
Well, when you're done trolling with it, can I have? I would like the extra 100 megabytes for my collection.
I mean, as the guy who minted Meta Trekker and Pedo on Earth, Estabum is a pretty mild one, but I might keep that one if I get it.
Hey, he said it, not me.
And with that, I'm going to step down.
No. The freaking, it's been an awesome space, everyone. Just a quick reset. If you haven't liked and retweeted the room, please make sure to do so. Add your comments in the comment section if you have any questions at all, or if you are new to the space and would like to come up and ask what Decentraland is about, you're more than welcome to. Let's see.
We'll
Oh,
take
okay.
this segue to talk about Halloween quests are coming up October 22nd, 27th. There's going to be some Halloween quests. And so I'm kind of, that's going to be exciting. I'm not sure exactly what it's going to be like, but that'll be fun.
Halloween quests. Kind of exciting. Let's see. Just quickly before we pass it to our new speaker, like, does anyone remember the broken ass like quest that we had on Decentraland? You go down the beam in Genesis Plaza and speak to the octopus, and like you would get like you would get like 3 quests in, and then it would just break.
How far did you make it? Like, did you make it? Like I remember getting to the Forest Plaza. You had to like talk to the octopus, go find the dude with the cat, touch the cat, take I think a hair off of the cat's back for a drink, and then get to the Forest Plaza to get an ingredient for the drink. And I
Yep.
don't know. That's as far as I made it.
Yep, that's where the game broke for me as well, like the Forest Plaza. I was like running around like picking up like what you needed to pick up and stuff, but it would never spawn the last one for me.
I don't know if
Right?
it broke or if I just was like, I just lost my attention span. But I'll tell you that the quest on launch day was so fun. Like you had to look around, just go random places and look for treasure chests. And yeah, like I think I've said before many times, to this day, if I see a treasure chest, I'm like, like my brain lights up because it was pretty cool. And then you could find mana and like cool stuff inside those.
What mana? What? Holy crap.
Yeah, I won like I don't know. I've got like a screenshot of winning 10 mana once, like in 2020, like on launch day. I was like, cool. I don't know. That's worth like 50 cents.
That's freaking sick. No, I mean that is really sick. I mean, I remember people used to tell me like, yeah, Game Jam winners used to win millions of mana, and I'm just like, oh no.
Yeah, the build I've got the screenshot of the prizes for the creator contest. The top winner got 8 parcels of land and 200,000 mana.
Oh
So,
my God, that's such
yeah.
a come up.
Yeah, I've
God.
got another one where it's like we for the creator contest in 2019, you got 100 mana for each submission, and they're like, you can enter up to 10 submissions. That's $50, and so it's aged so well because it's like, yeah, or when mana was 550, it was worth a little more than that. But yeah, so I got those little nuggets in my screenshots. I didn't take enough pictures, but I got a few.
and would like to pass the mic to our new speaker. What's up, Go Bovi? Welcome to the speaker panel. Have any questions about our little world here we call Decentraland that that we're all
Yeah.
speaking about today? How are you?
Looks so cool. You are there now, guys? You're live, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
So cool, man. So cool. Yeah, I was in a space like 5 minutes ago with some artists. They are artists, and I'm here now, and I feel much better because they think they are very special, but man, all of us we are special. All of us are special, not just you, man. It's like, man, you have a community here. You make art in that community. Is Oh my god. And I was very amazed about that, guys. And I speak about the content, and to make content, and to make a good content every day, and kind of things. And they look at me. Oh no, I need to have some inspiration. I don't want to do that every day. And in my mind, man, if you have inspiration and if you have good art, post it, man. Put it that in your page. Why not? Why you wait what? You are so special, man. Yeah, guys, you are special too. It's very easy. And yeah, you have a nice community here. And I like this kind of things because it's like, you build community in the metaverse, in the digital world. And oh, and I'm again to that artist. Sorry, but I'm very angry about that. And they build something in digital world, okay? And you, if you don't understand the people that are build some community in the other direction, you are in the wrong way. Because we are now, we are in a free market, and everybody have different opinion, and can make something good in his direction. And yeah, if you are special, go outside. Go to the to the other page, to the physical world. Here we are all a community, and we must collab and to do something. And I was in other space like 2 days ago, like 3 days ago, and they speak about the art. If you are an artist, and to make art for like for companies, and to do that. Yes, why not do that, man? If you are good, if you can do that, do that. Do some stuff good for that people. Why you want to think that you bring inspiration from God, just you? If you are build something like this, a community like this, you build art. You have art here, okay, guys? And you have nice PFP, and everything is art, is the same thing. But people don't understand that the artists from this world, they think, oh, okay, sorry about that. But I like this kind of community. I like this kind of people from here, because you give me a much better vibe. And I think this is important in art, to give to people vibes, good vibes, and positive vibes. Thank you, guys. Thank you. And I'm sorry for my intervention, but uh, yeah, I was very angry about that. And I like to see people that are very funny and happy, and build a nice community. Thank you, guys.
Oh man, thank you so much for coming up and speaking your giving us your kind words and stuff like that. And yeah, most definitely, like we have a community of people here. Most of the listeners that we have here are very very talented in like their own fields. Like I'll give you my favorite example, which will be Rustan down there. He is a body painter. He paints on people and posts it on YouTube. So if you're ever on YouTube, type in Rustan, his name, in his the same name on Twitter, and he will come up. And
Man,
yeah,
you,
very.
you are not special. Just a joke, man. Just a joke.
uh, yeah, I was processing. I was processing.
Everybody are
But yeah,
special, man. Everybody. We are people. We are different people. That is the cool thing in this world, because we are different, and we think different. And yeah, it's a cool thing to be different. Yeah. Let's go.
but yeah, I mean, lots of people here, lots of 3D artists. The community is definitely very loving here. I mean, yeah, if you ever want to check out Decentraland, definitely head over to decentraland.org if you want to know what it looks like. If you look up at the top, the pin tweet, the first one is my live stream, and you could watch like what we're doing in there through my live stream, how it looks, all the people that are hanging out with us, and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's a
And yeah,
real metaverse, no? It's
yeah, it's
yeah,
a real metaverse. None of that fake stuff that,
yeah,
you know, they give you like a dream for like a year or two and don't deliver.
yeah. It's so cool,
He,
and yeah, it's this space. It's about that, no? It's 50% is in that direction, no?
yeah, I mean, I want to even give it more than 50. Like, you know, we come every Saturday at noon, at 12 p.m. Eastern. We just all come together and we speak about, you know, the Decentraland related stuff, anything that may have happened, any updates, stuff like that. Um, you know, if anyone needs any help with anything or wants to collab with someone else, like you, this is a great place to come and visit. And yeah, I mean, you're always welcome in the future to drop by and have a listen, hang out with us, and you're always welcome to hang out with us on Decentraland as well.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I have a family, and I don't have a lot of time to that. I just stay in spaces, and yeah, it's a little bit for me. Yeah, I'm sorry, but thank you for the invitation. But I will be here when I will have time with you guys in this space, and yeah, you continue, guys, because you do a very good job and look so nice, and yeah, build it, continue to build.
Yep, thank you. And there's always events, you know, on Twitter, like Twitter Spaces that are Decentraland related. So definitely like shoot us a follow, like Canessa, myself, One Existence. Like we're always posting about other events with, you know, with our community here, as well as CK Bubbles down there. Shoot them a follow. There's always something going on. Thank you for coming up. Uh,
And it probably
Go
comes
ahead,
with a
Vanessa.
free. It probably comes with a free wearable, and the invitation extends to the whole family. Just FYI.
Yes, yes, 100%. Thank you for adding that one exists. Let's see. We have we're down to two speakers and two hosts here on today's space. We've been going for about an hour 48 minutes. Any topics that anyone would like to bring up before maybe we can start winding down if no topics?
How about the official Decentraland conference next May?
Ah, yes, the one in Argentina.
Yes, get your passports. Get your passports. What is it? That's like 7 months away. Don't like passports sometimes take months and months. So
Like 90 days, I think, unless you expedite. You can always up pay for expedited.
well, I'm probably gonna put it off until the very last minute. Till then, I have to like go get the photo, and I. So if I say it now, then I will remember it like in like April 1st, and then then I can like get the ball rolling on stuff.
I'm not gonna lie, I was disappointed it's in Argentina, but it's no surprise, I guess, that it would be outside the U.S.
Yeah, I mean that's Mecca. Well, actually, it's I don't know. Maybe it's not Mecca. I think Burning Man would be Mecca, but probably more productive if it's in Argentina than out on the playa with a bunch of circus performers and ravers. What happens at Burning Man stays at Burning Man. So I guess the next best place is Argentina.
It would be cool to go though, because I think I've been to Canada and the
I
Bahamas. That's the
Yeah,
furthest
I've
out.
been. I don't know if that really counts. I worked for Holland America and I got a free cruise for working for them for like multiple years, and so I don't know if like 8 hours in the Bahamas counts as like I'm well cultured and well traveled. I think not. Um, yeah, I don't know. I've got friends in Argentina and Buenos Aires, and they've been bugging me for way longer, many decades to come and visit. And so I'm like, okay, now I should go. I should, like, yeah, they're funny. They're like, we have a ranch. Come and stay on our ranch, and we have an airplane. We'll fly you around. I'm like, what? So actually, it's kind of stupid. I haven't taken them up on it yet, but now I have a lot of reasons. I don't know. I guess like, yeah, would you guys go to that? Would like that's a big trek, but that's a big deal. Decentraland conference.
If I can afford it and get my passport, hell yes. And Mariana gives a thumbs up.
Yes, the afford part, very important.
How about a hostel? Could could we take over a hostel in Buenos Aires?
That'd be fun.
You
Just don't let people tell others that you're staying in a hospice. That happened to me. I stayed in a hostel in New Orleans, and somebody back home was telling people I was in a hospice.
No.
Yeah.
Oh no.
No.
Were
Oh,
were were you having like calls, like people checking up on you and stuff?
No.
Oh, if I would have found out, if someone would have told me that you were in a hospice, I would have tried to contact you and see if you or at least say hello.
Thank you. I don't know how they got at the two confused, but it's funny.
Oh man, oh man. You know what? I'm highly considering taking Tobik's invite. I think like maybe a year ago or a year and a half ago, he said, "Sinful, come to Argentina. I will help you get here." So maybe I'll hit him up a year and a half later, like be like, "Hey Tobik, remember that invite?"
If he
I bet
didn't give an
there's
expiration date on it, it's still good.
I bet there's couches that I mean, I don't know if they want like degens like us down like squatting on their couches. They might be like 3 weeks later, like, okay, it's time to go home, go back to your country, and we'd be like, oh, but we got some ideas about the metaverse we'd like to share with you, and we just stay till our visas run out, and then we're illegal. So maybe not a good idea. I'll think this one out a little bit better.
Let's see. I'm seeing a question here. Any more details on the DCL conference? I, they're wondering when they will announce the details, pricing, etc. You, do you know by any chance, Canessa, or does anyone here know?
I don't think so. I think it was just brought up at the all hands, and so I think they'll probably give us more information. Yeah, coming up soon, hopefully, because I know those kind of things take a many months to plan out and to get reservations, and if they're getting a venue, stuff like that. There's a lot of planning to that.
I think they just gave the date and that there was and location, right?
Yeah, I think I
May.
just said May.
Yep, May is what I was thinking too. So, but be on the lookout for that. And since we're asking questions like that, have you? I know Wednesday as of Wednesday they had announced the creators for the music festival. Has anyone seen the entertainers announced yet?
I don't think they're announced. Bay is working on facilitating that, and they're going to use the CBD, just a channel in the CBD to start coordinating. And so I don't, or I believe, hopefully I'm stating that right. I know that is for the venues. I haven't seen anything about the musicians. I know I've seen individual people state that they were chosen. So like, I think if they've been notified and they're, making that announcement themselves, but I haven't seen anything official yet.
I'm currently looking up flights in between, and looks like a month worth of rent. That's how much the tickets will cost, even this far in advance. Interesting. But if you travel through, I think this is American on the fuck I forget. Yeah, United Airlines. It's an 11-hour flight, one stop, and negative 19% emissions. That's definitely gonna make me pay $1,000 to ride on this plane.
Oh, that would be nice. That would be nice. First
Yes,
class.
yes.
I know you said you only fly first class, so
I need the extra leg room for my tail.
Hey, when you mentioned DCL conference, I was thinking it was like something in the world, but this is like a real live one. If so, where would it be?
yeah,
Buenos
it's
Aires.
Wait,
Go ahead, Vanessa. Sorry.
wait, where?
yeah, no.
Oh,
Argentina, and it's next May. They just announced it at the all hands AMA, and they didn't give any more details than that. But May, Argentina, be there.
oh, wow.
I would imagine. I would imagine there will be a huge
Yeah,
in-world
that's far away.
setup as well.
That's far away. So yeah, I would think they do it in world. Would probably do an in-world thing. So maybe go to that one instead.
Yep, yep. I think that's where I'm leaning towards. If they need any help coordinating on that end, I'm here.
If they don't, I would say another protest. And since speaking about protest, I mentioned this once before. When protest wearables or smart emotes,
Protest, like political protests, are you saying? Because they're out there.
protest
Like a picket.
anything, like
They're
protesting this thing with the names right now.
they're out there. I've come through like Genesis Plaza, and there's 20 people with a shirt, and they're having a protest. They people have definitely used
So you
it.
do like make a wearable or something that's like or object that's like a big blow up rat or something.
Here's another $1 million idea if for any of the coders listening, a smart wearable of a picket sign, a blank picket sign that you could like
Yeah,
customize.
I was just thinking that.
Coders, coders. Are we gonna have that soon? Can you collab with Mew? It could the picket sign could have like cat ears on it or some shit.
That could almost go along with our, which if you still want to, Canessa, the welcome to Decentraland bubbles.
Yeah, that would be
Possibly
awesome.
similar.
Did they ever have any conferences in America? Or they just like maybe go they probably go to some though, right?
They've attended.
Soon.
Yeah, there's never been an official one. Like last year, well, you can talk on because you were there. That one.
Well, I mean, the one in Miami, I know there was like a Miami meetup back in November of 22. Like that was kind of like an unofficial thing, but kind of like serving as a proof of concept. But yeah, they did that. That was kind of successful. They had a bunch of people show up. Everyone had fun, and then I came up right after everyone else left. But I was watching through like through the screen on my laptop. I was kind of stalking them that
How
way.
about
I
NXT
don't think I
NYC?
don't think they've I don't think they've even had a booth or a presence at much of anything, have they? Maybe in
Uh,
Dubai or something, but that's
so so in the Miami, like in the Miami NFT Miami, they kind of were like speaking on at like conferences and stuff. They didn't have a booth, but they were like the CEO like the CEO and Kim and Gigi back then and everyone else, they were like every day they had like something to attend.
Yeah, maybe they could do like a
So
cool, like if they had like more than just a booth, they could like put up those little red trees, have a whole scene.
That would be cool. I don't understand why they haven't had a larger presence at like NFT New York or
And
others. East Denver,
well, like
but
Pudgy Penguins, they I think it sounds like they put something at like even Comic Con.
something, anything with the ambassadors program though, we'll start having a larger presence, I think.
Nice.
very bullish on the ambassadors program. Sorry, Anor. I saw you unmute your mic. Welcome to the stage. How are you?
No worries, Sin. I just wanted to hop up and while we were talking about meetups and conferences, send my congratulations to Canessa on being announced as the I'm not sure what exactly the title is, but like the kind of community manager for the ambassador program. That's pretty bullish. Nice to see the foundation giving some love and delegating some responsibility to community members more and more. And yeah, definitely looking forward to how that turns out and the ambassador program in general, so that some of us who regularly afford international travel to a different hemisphere of the world might be able to get together, meet up, and strategize and stuff. So, congrats, Canessa. That's awesome to see.
Yeah, thank you. I'm excited, and it's going to be really cool just to see how it comes together. And there's a lot of really good applicants, and I think this next week we're going to dive in and start open the hood on it and check out what we've got to work with. So I'm excited for that. It's going to be an awesome journey, and just to kind of see, how we can bring DCL to the whole world. It's awesome. So thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Yeah, it'd be really cool to see, you know, at least an ambassador on every continent, and maybe for the larger continents, a few spread across the world. It'd be, it'd be pretty sweet to give us all a chance to go a little bit closer than Argentina to be able to do something like that.
Yeah, it's a pretty good. It's pretty diverse. You can look on the forum and see who applied and where they're at. Antarctica kind of disappointed me. There's nobody on the science station that put in anything. Otherwise, we'd have almost all the continents. But yeah, hopefully we gotta bring DCL to those like bored, lonely scientists down in Antarctica and be like, come on, join the real world while you're down there for 6 months a year.
Yeah, they
But
don't know what they're missing out on. Like metaverse, that's like the perfect use case for the metaverse. You can't go outside for very long sometimes, so they might as
maybe
well hang out
that's
in the metaverse and say hi to their families and stuff back on whatever continent they came from.
yeah, maybe we're missing the mark. Maybe we need to market like Alaska and the Antarctic and maybe northern like Sweden and Finland and places with really long winters and be like, come on, it's always sunny in Decentraland.
So I think there was a question that someone asked me yesterday, pertaining to like the ambassadors, like when you sign up to be an ambassador, what are kind of the requirements of like the requirements for them in terms of like what they have to get done, if they're chosen as an ambassador? Like, is there like a number of events they have to host weekly, monthly, or yearly, whatever it may be? Sorry, Canessa, go ahead.
No, that's a good question. I think probably I can speak more intelligently on that in the weeks to come. There's more applicants than there are positions open, so we haven't whittled that list down. So there are going to be baseline requirements, and so to be continued. I would say probably once I know I can speak on it for sure, I'll bring it and share with the group. But yeah, I think there are definitely different. Hosting a conference in like Dubai would be very different than hosting a conference in like I don't know Oklahoma or Tokyo. So each one is going to be, I think, kind of diverse in how they approach it. But
well,
yeah, I'll definitely let you know when I no more.
Unless they changed it, what people were signing up for was 2 meetup events. It doesn't say anything about a conference, just 2 meetup events. I forget the timeline, but it's plenty of time. And it sounds like they will be allowed to create Decentraland swag as well, and then some other stuff in there. That's the most detailed I know. But that's what
Yeah,
was initially said for people to apply for. As far So I'm guessing a few hours a week is enough for somebody.
what I was the person that asked me was like worried because they didn't know if it was like they had to host 2 meetups a month or something like that, and like weren't sure if they'd be able to do that or whatever it may be.
If I remember correctly, it was 2 every 6 months.
Okay, so yeah, that's what I thought I read down a long time ago, but just needed a update.
I was thinking the same thing, so that's probably correct.
Yeah, and I think once we get kind of the details ironed out, yeah, I'll we'll be able to share more. Definitely, just like okay, I'm excited and want to bring you guys the alpha that yeah that we've confirmed on the table. So
You
It,
promise you'll tell everyone and not just a small knit group so that they can take advantage of the situation like a certain I don't know, foundation does.
I will do my level best, and yeah, and
I always knew you were the person for the job, Kanessa. Congratulations.
thank you. I'll do my
are,
best. Yep.
are applications closed now?
Applications are closed. Gino was saying something in the all hands that I'm gonna just check in like once we're on the work week, just to verify. If not, I'll yeah. But it sounds like they are. But then he said something that I just got to check with him. So I believe applications are closed. Yeah, but like I don't know. For me, I'm like, it's one thing to try to submit an application. Some people maybe once it comes down to it, they may or may not be able to confirm to or like commit to that much time. So who knows? I will know more in the future.
Sorry, I'm liking all the comments and stuff in under today's space right now. Thank you everyone for all the comments, all the likes, retweets. Really appreciate them, and really appreciate everyone that has tuned in today and just has hung out with us all. Hi DCL from the solar eclipse path. I just saw your tweet on Knower.
Yeah, you're not too far from me, so you might be able to still go out and look at it. Obviously, don't look directly at the sun, please, Sin. We need your eyeballs. But if you make a little pinhole projector like I did, I just poked a bunch of holes with a push pin and a piece of aluminum foil and then held it up. And that's how I created that image there.
What do you mean, bro? This is the perfect opportunity for me to wear my soul shades. It's, Soul Shades were a project that like came out back in the bull run for Solana. Like it was like a voucher NFT type of thing, and you could redeem that voucher for like a physical pair of like sunglasses. So and like so I like I bought like one or two and claimed one, and they're like pit vipers, dude. I feel like if I wore them I'd look like a douche.
Well, I would also caution you against trying to use regular old sunglasses to look at the sun, because unless they're like totally blocking out your vision, you'd probably still hurt your poor little retinas. So I actually had a friend ask me earlier about that. They were like, "Oh, can I just use a pair of sunglasses?" And I was like, "No, please don't do that. That's gonna hurt."
Are you
So
reality? Are you? And it looks like you're almost at the point of eclipse.
Actually, I think the amount of occlusion I had when I took that picture was about as much as we get today here in my part of Florida. I think if you're in Texas or somewhere along the path of annularity, because it's only an annular eclipse, you would get to see what they call the ring of fire, which is when the moon basically turns the sun into a big ring. But apparently, it's still not safe to look at that with the naked eye or with a pair of sunglasses. Only when it's a total solar eclipse is it okay to look at that brief
Yeah,
portion of it.
and it like I looked straight at the eclipse in 2017 because I was in totality, and it like the difference between being able to like look at it or not look at it, it's like night and day difference. Like, oh, I won't go off, guys. I won't start talking about it, but I swear to you, like the moment that the moon covers this or whatever the shadow covers the sun, it's like otherworldly, and you see the what is it, the corona. Yeah, so everybody should be in Texas next year, next April.
Yeah, I'm actually, man, I was so bummed that I missed last week's discussion about that because I was in totality in Wyoming for the 2017 eclipse, and I went completely by myself, so I got to experience it in solitude, which was kind of its own special thing. It was just like me and the sun and moon and earth having a moment together, and I definitely agree with Vanessa when she said, like, this is the stuff that religions and whatnot were born out of because I can only imagine before you understood what was going on there, how you would think, oh my God, this is an omen of bad things to come. All of the crickets are coming out during the day. There's a 360-degree sunrise, and the sun is blacked out. It was a crazy experience, and one that definitely makes me want to like get to any path of totality that I can get to uh, within my lifetime. Unfortunately, the one in 2024, I think, is the last one that we're going to be able to see in the the north, I think, on this half of the globe until about sometime in the 2040s. So,
Yeah, because I think 2030 is in Egypt is the next big one, and it's also it's the duration. Like if it's a short eclipse, you just I mean it goes so fast, but like the amount of time, I think the one in Egypt is going to be quite a while. That it's
yeah, I think the 2017 one was maybe 2.5 minutes or so, where at least where I was, and then the one in 2024, going through Texas and a few other states, is going to be like 4 minutes, so twice as long. So I'm really excited about that. I already have my hotel booked. We should definitely put together some sort of DCL meetup and look at the sun together.
yeah, I think by then I could definitely animate a eclipse. I could probably do it now, but like I'm gonna put an eclipse in for everybody that can't see it, and then like your avatar gets booted if you look at it before like, how can I simulate looking at it without the goggles? Oh, you can only see it with special smart wearable goggles. Boom.
There you
that's
go.
it. We we
Perfect.
don't need we don't need the foundation for an eclipse. We can make our own.
Totally. The cool thing about seeing the eclipse coming was the like I was in the middle of the freaking like desert in Oregon, and there were no trees, no cars. Like the traffic was insane. The amount of because everybody was down there, but I found a road to pull off on, and you could see the shadow you could see the shadow coming at you across the desert, and you could feel something was weird, like something was off, and there was no heat coming from the sun, even though the sun was out. So you could like feel these effects before you could ever see there was a problem. So like ancient man would have, or like pre pre like understanding the science behind it, they would have known something was wrong long before before the sun got black. They would have been like, whoa, like something's weird, some like this isn't normal. And then the winds, when the shadow comes, it was just like Yeah, mind, body, everything. It was weird. Like, bring your jacket because it gets cold. Like, it made me realize how much heat we get from just from the sun. And yeah,
What blows my mind is that this is the only place that we know of in our galaxy that we can even experience this, because the size of our moon just happens to at some points perfectly align with the size, well, with the apparent size of the sun. Um, I think it's because like I forget what the exact proportion is, but um, the distance and size of the moon makes it so that it perfectly aligns with the distance and size of the sun. But only during certain eclipses. So it's kind of strange that this is the only place that we know of that it's possible to experience this, and yet we are here to experience it. It's one of the few things that makes me think, maybe there is something behind intelligent design. It's just a very strange coincidence.
or maybe we are in a metaverse, and then they're like, well, the constraints on the system are gonna like we're gonna have a lot of like lag, so let's just make the Earth the same size as the moon and the sun, and like maybe they're like, oh, like yeah, we could change that, but let's just leave it, and that's why we have earthquakes and stuff. I think it's proof that in the Fibonacci sequence.
Totally. Yeah. There's weird little hints almost at like a certain design to this all. So I don't know. Maybe we're in a simulation. Maybe it's just a crazy random coincidence, or maybe somebody put us here a long time ago. From we moved here from a different planet because we thought this would be cool and forgot about that. I don't know. That's enough of my weird conspiracy theories, though.
Yeah, maybe it's time travel. Maybe everybody, maybe we created this metaverse called Decentraland, and then we like found time travel and went back. I don't know. Sin, bring us back to reality. We're about to get on the rocket ship and go to the aliens.
Am I really the best candidate to bring us back to reality? Like, let's be real here. Am
Yeah,
I
we need it.
really that person?
You're the adult in the room.
The adult in the room. I'm over here like thinking like, dude, those aliens have a sick sense of humor. It's like, let's just move these people over here just because it's cool. Or like if our simulation overlords like like instead of like, it being like a lag issue type of thing, making like the sun and moon align, it's like let's try to fuck with people like every so often. And then like in the early years they were having like a great success with all like all the ancient people and the 1776ers and all that shit, like all of them freaking out, and they're like taking data, and as like we're growing as a society or as a civilization and shit like that, they're like, we've noticed that they're no longer scared and now they're intrigued. Next thing's like, what if we make it blow up?
Yeah, having Sinful segue us away from that was not a good idea, evidently, because
Exactly.
because I've had two experiences that lead me to almost. I'm
So I
not
was looking at the
crazy
numbers I
to
was trying to find
say.
earlier, and it's that the sun is 340 times the size of the moon, but also 340 times farther away. So that's why it ends up looking like they're the same size in the sky. Strange stuff. But I also want to hear like flat earthers explain this one to us. Like, how are we able to predict this this event happening every time it happens, like to the minute? That's yeah, that's got to be a tough one to explain. I imagine they just don't.
There's YouTube videos out there, there's a YouTube video for everything.
The trusted source for true knowledge.
Yep. It's like Wikipedia. uh,
I want to know
Alrighty.
this. Why? How can teachers tell if it's a full moon or not based on how the students are acting? Like, ask any teacher you know, any teacher. Like, does the full moon change behavior of students? And it's like, of course it does. Why? Like, why? Why would it affect like kids and all of us? But like to the point where you're like God, what's going on this week? And they're like, oh, it's just a full moon. It's okay. Like that's why all the kids are crazy. It's real. So this was a fun week because there was a eclipse and Friday the 13th, but no full moon. Thank goodness.
Thank goodness. Alrighty, well, I guess want to thank everyone for being here once again, and see if there's any more topics we would like to talk about today. If not, perhaps we can just wind down and continue along our Saturday.
I think
No?
we are good. And what else is happening in Decentraland today? What's next on the events?
I mean, all I can think about is the Stony Buffalo thing at, I think one exists, just mentioned like 11 p.m. Eastern. So,
Nice.
Yep, that's my understanding, and that's what it is. I hope, because I'm getting ready to head out that way here shortly.
you're over there, so you're gonna go see him, huh?
Gosh,
Yes,
FOMO.
yes.
Well,
That's
there's the Dylan Francis in 5 hours, music, wearables, and games. I thought we got rid of that one.
Oh, don't. What about teleperformance? I am so pissed about that one. Evidently, always on.
Always on. There's also in 40 minutes quiz zone, in 1 hour sugar club, decentral games. Yeah, lots of stuff.
Oh, we have stuff. Let's go. Okay, so Sugar
Oh,
Club. Go
oh.
ahead.
No, sorry, I was like excited, but it's tomorrow. Old guy's party is tomorrow. Old guy, are you worthy?
Ooh, he's taking you to his hyperfi too. You get to see. I'm. My understanding is the opening of Spatula City.
No way. He made Spatula City.
He did, and the thing is, he did not know there is a quote unquote commercial for Spatula City in Weird Al Yankovic's UHF movie, which is absolutely hilarious.
That is awesome. Oh, this spatula might be one of my favorite wearables.
You can get a spatula for every occasion.
Oh,
tell your woman you love her with a spatula.
Oh, you better not, or that woman's gonna tell you how she feels with that spatula. It's like buying her a vacuum.
Oh, but the kids love them too.
That's fine. The kids can have it. They can learn how to feed themselves and their
Don't know what to get that kid for his bar mitzvah? There you go, a spatula.
Damn, I don't know how that kid will feel for the coming years. Because it's like a transition from boy to man, or, from. And then, like, here's a spatula.
Well, what father doesn't love a spatula on Father's Day?
I guess you're right. I mean, men when we men like to grill. That's our way of cooking. Nah, I'm just playing stereotypes here, everyone. I don't really believe that. But yeah, think about all the grill dads out there.
This has gotten way fun. Oh, I see Cheddar just came in. So like this is fun when all the smart people come in and then they're like, why are they talking about spatulas and like the moon and the conspiracy theories? Like usually I think Brandon and Dr. Drip used to come and save us at this point of the time, like when our blood sugar's kind of dropping and the coffee's kicking in.
The Bipes must have had an event because Quan and Cheddar both came in around the same time.
Yes, yes. Well, welcome, Quan and Cheddar. Talked about my new obsession big time. Gonna talk about it again. Definitely had a lot of fun. Squatting up with you, Quan. So yeah, dude, we should probably get on that later. All right. I guess no new topics. We have been tapped out for the week. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I'm going to pass it to One Existence for some final thoughts. Unless any of the new listeners want to come up and talk about something or ask any questions, you're more than welcome to. But I'll pass it over to One Existence.
Looking forward to meeting some people at the DCL meet with Buffalo and Stony Eye shortly. And then on October 29th, which is World Internet Day, a year ago, I did this, and I'm planning it again, is a Twitter space with guests will be representatives from different metaverse platforms. Last year, I took the place for Decentraland. If anyone else would like to do that instead, and I just host, I'd be more than happy to have somebody represent Decentraland. Currently, I have Upstreet confirmed, Income Island. Oh, a couple others I can't think of at the moment, but waiting for some responses from a few others. And special guest will be Meta Rides and Sinks from Vipes. And hello, welcome, Cheddar.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Wonderful.
Hello.
Okay, I got to do the sound check first before getting into my rant. I hope that everybody is having a beautiful Saturday and lots of love to all my Decentraland community. Thank you so much for allowing me to speak, Sinful and Canessa. I just wanted to remind everyone about the Decentraland Artist Onboarding Kit that I've been trying to put together in the CBD Discord channel. I have managed to put together a comprehensive list of all the venues. What I want to do now is to include all of the locations and points of contacts for all of the folks in those venues. So if you guys can help me with that endeavor, I'll post a link in the CBD channel on the artist onboarding channel. We have a channel for that project specifically. If you guys can jump in there and just make your contributions to that list, if you know the location of point of contact, if this venue belongs to you, if you can add your information on there so that we can build a sort of a verified list of Decentraland performing venues that all artists can use as a resource and take advantage of. Thank you.
No, thank you. And welcome to the stage. And yeah, if anyone would like to contribute to kind of the onboarding kit that Cheddar's putting together, make sure to hit up Cheddar. Cheddar, make sure to hit me up if you still need help with that thing you asked me the other day. And yeah, I'll pass it over to Canessa.
Yeah, thank you. Cheddar, anything else you want to add? You guys were viping out and vipe bombed us.
Oh, thank you so much. No viping today. I actually have garden work today. My plants are very much in need of cloning and feeding, so I'm actually at the parking lot of the garden store about to walk in here and get me some rooting gel and some stuff that I need to go in there and get my garden going.
Oh my gosh, what are you rooting?
Kind of remind everybody about that ongoing project. It's a slow process for me. I just try to do it on my time off and just want to, make a call out to the community to help me to build this resource that is going to be of benefit to everybody. But thank you guys so much for letting me bring that little nitbit up.
Always, always. All right. On that note, I guess we can close down. We get your final thoughts? When exist, you said that you were happy that you're gonna get up to LA here soon, and any other thoughts?
Just Twitter space on 29th. If anybody wants to rep Decentraland, I'm calling it the Metaverse Walking Not Dead. Kind of a Halloween and the metaverse is not dead thing. Only certain people laugh at that, but that's okay.
Definitely, if you, when you get a moment, just send me any tweet or information like on the event and stuff like that.
Will do.
Thank you. Let's see, final thoughts for myself. Be nice to each other. Let's keep creating. Thank you everyone for tuning in, and thank you to all of you that came in and listened, that are outside of the Decentraland community. If you ever have any questions about Decentraland, just feel free to message myself or Kanessa. Yeah, we'll get you on the right path. Really appreciate your time. Let's see, events. Tomorrow's Music Matrix. We have Deuce Lee at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. And yeah, it should be a good episode. I know that Deuce Lee was in the space here earlier, just listening and chilling. Cool dude, very, very talented. So can't wait to kind of get him on Music Matrix. Thank you, everyone. I'll pass it over to you, Kanessa.
Yeah, thank you, Danke, for being here in this Oktoberfest build. Thank you to all our German friends and European friends, and hope you guys, hope you have fun. I enjoyed creating this one for you. So be safe out there, have fun, and we will talk to you next week. Take care.
Oh man. Okay. So I have a dilemma, everyone. Um, the fuck, what's it called? The Modern Warfare 3 beta is available, and I see a bunch of nerds in the gaming gamers in the CBD Discord, uh, playing some Call of Duty. Yep, I'm still live. No audio. My bad, dude. I was turning on the mic. Thank you, Zom.